I spent $15,000 on home organization. And I know what you're thinking, that's an insane amount for home organization, but hear me out and stay tuned to see if I thought it was worth it.
Welcome home. What are you doing? All right.
All right, ready?
Yes, we're so ready.
Be sure to give this video a like if you're interested in seeing the full home reveal, and let's get started. So last month, we suddenly decided to move to a larger house.
Rolly. Cece, what are you doing?
I'm making a cookie, mommy.
And I didn't want to live out of boxes for the next year because that's what happened the last time we moved. And I remember seeing on Netflix that people organize homes for a living. I knew I needed help, so that's when I decided to call in the pros.
I'm Jeneral, founder of Life in General. Life in General is a lot of things. You know, we do move-ins, that's our specialty, but you could be in a home for your whole life and we can come in and sort the things with you and really come up with systems if you're not moving that's best for your space.
I had been following Life in General for quite some time now, maybe in the last year, and I just loved seeing their social be so active with home transformations from a mess into this beautiful palace of a space with everything neatly organized and labeled in its place. And I saw a lot of other companies that did the same thing, but I chose Life in General because of their aesthetics. I just liked their style. It looked homey, approachable, but not over stylized to the point where I felt like I couldn't live there.
We really do look at form and function and aesthetics and everything that's combined of, you know, we marry the aesthetic part of it with function, but function always has to win. So it has to make sense for you. There's no two people that are the same. There's no two spaces that are the same. So really creating a home and a life for yourself that matters and that makes sense to you and your family wherever you are in the world.
So the day that we moved in, I have the movers softly unpacked, meaning we put everything out of boxes and onto the floor. Let me tell you, the house was a complete mess. All of my kitchen tools were laid out on the dining table, the kitchen counters, the floor. I couldn't even find a space to walk. So I had no idea how they were gonna sort through everything. But they have a system to make my life and their lives easier.
I think the biggest thing is it's really hard to do it alone. We just bring more hands and we almost do like room assignments. But it really comes back from like the initial conversation, right? So with you of learning like about you, your family, your lifestyle, why you called, what you need. So the system in every room is different based on the inventory, but the overall foundation is a lot of containment and labeling. What's gonna make your life easier and more flow every time you walk in that space. So you feel good, you know where everything is, and it's easily accessible for the things that you're using often.
So I'm not sure if this was due to COVID or if this is just their usual protocol, but they sent us away for 3 days so that they could organize our entire house. So at first, I wasn't sure how I felt about leaving my house with all my belongings with complete strangers. But once I met Cassidy and Nicole for our first walkthrough, I felt completely comfortable seeing how professional they were, and I just felt like I was in good hands. So our family packed up and headed to Orange County for 3 days just to enjoy a little bit of family and beach time while they worked their asses off. So the first day, the Life in General team touched every belonging that we own and organize them into categories. They put the kids' stuff in the kids' room, and then the kids' toiletries in their bathroom, the kitchen items went here. I had floss maybe in the kitchen box, yet somehow it managed to find its way in the right area in the bathroom. So they worked cohesively as a team and really communicated where everything went. I have yet to find anything miscategorized in this house. So let me step back for a second. Prior to moving, I tried to purge as much as possible so that it would be a little bit easier for them to categorize. I tried my best to put things where they belong, so the kids' clothes stayed with the kids' clothes.
I think the biggest thing too for people to know is even before the move, it's the pre-move purge. So going through everything, really taking the time to go like room by room and assessing, you know, because things change, people grow out of things and all of that. And then of course we donate everything, but it's taking that time before so that when you're moving into a new space, it's all the things you need and love and use. It's not like you're redoing it again on the other side. So, and our biggest thing is don't focus so much on what you need to get rid of, focus on what you want to keep. And so I think the energy around it changes, and then you can say, hey, this is what I want to bring over to the new space. So it makes it a lot more seamless in the end.
Doing a big move like this was actually really helpful for me to see what we own and to get rid of things that I no longer use. So that was very cleansing and really helpful to kind of start fresh on a new slate. So now by the second day, the puzzle pieces were starting to come together. Every toy had a designated bin, and every kitchen tool or even knife had its own tray. So the kids' room that was once overflowing with clothes and toys is now starting to look stylish and cute. Actually, there's a lot more room here than there was at the old house, so I had room to grow, but hopefully I'm not gonna fill it up with more junk. My closet though, that was another issue that took quite a while for them to organize. But now let's see how it all turned out. Oh my gosh! Cece! All your toys are at the bottom. This looks amazing. Oh my gosh, look at that. That's your crib. Wow.
So this is all of her side, and then this is all of his, and he has so much room to grow.
Her side has like all the clothes and he has nothing.
Just like me and you.
But we are filling that up today.
These are all her little bows.
Cece, look at your bows.
And then here we have all of her little sockies and her masks. And then into her folded clothes, we have her t-shirts and her long sleeves. So you guys have so much room.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
Whoa, whoa.
I love this stuff, it's amazing. So here you have your, all of your jewelry.
Oh.
And we just use these acrylic separators to like add some separation to them so you can see like everything that you have.
I literally never realized I had this much stuff.
You have all of your hair stuff, and then this is all like hair, backstock, skincare, and then this is
Whoa! Babe, those are all nail polish.
And then we put your bath soaps over there with your vintage label maker, which we're obsessed with.
I'm obsessed with the label maker.
This is all like your towels. And then in this bin we have your sunscreen and some like outdoor stuff.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Hand sanitizers, body lotion, body care, shampoo, conditioner, and more shampoo. And then this is some of your shoes.
Okay. More shoes. One of my favorite parts about the house reveal was the closet. Every shoe was organized neatly in the box, and they had my clothes hung up. You have that much clothes.
Okay.
In a really orderly fashion that was color coded. It had like this nice rainbow pattern to it that made it really pleasing to the eye, and it's gonna help me maintain it as well.
Oh wow! Amazing shoe risers so you can like see everything. And then some more like slippers down here. And this is where the little...
Now, as for the maintenance and the systems that they created, everything, like I mentioned earlier, had a designated bin and was labeled. And it wasn't so overwhelming to the point where I felt like, oh my gosh, I can't do this. They created a system for me to really be able to maintain. So for example, my makeup drawer, which once was just a jumbled mess, I ended up only using maybe like 3 of the palettes that I own. And now seeing it all laid out by highlighters, by blush, face palette, by eyeshadow palette, now I can see what I have and like really use what I own. So that to begin with has already started paying off because I haven't bought anything, and I used to be a chronic shopper buying something at least once a week, and I literally, since moving here, it's been about a month now, I haven't bought anything because I've been able to shop my own closet because now I can see everything. As for the kids, their toys, that's gonna be a continual learning process as I teach them how to put their toys back in the right bin. We try to make a game out of it, but for the most part, it's been clean still. We have toys that are left out at the end of the night, but now it's just as simple as me putting it back into the right bin, whereas before I was just completely overwhelmed and things just stayed on the floor. For the kitchen,
I was like living in here for the last 2 days. It was so much fun.
I love how they're color coded. I'm actually gonna do a totally separate video on this and the pantry, so you guys are gonna have to stay tuned for it. But do I think that this $15,000 was well spent? Actually, yes. When you break it down, the materials actually cost $5,000 for all the bins, the labeling system, the plastic bins. That adds up, but I feel like it's a system that I can carry throughout my life, and because they're like so sturdy, I can just put them into a box if we move again, put it in a box, and then be able to unload much faster, much more organized, and not feel super overwhelmed.
It's something that lasts forever, right? And having that system, you know, whether you move or stay here forever, it's you have the right tools, you know, and it's just an easy transition.
And because they're organized in sections like cans or socks or toothpaste like that, I can now see what I have and restock whenever I need to, rather than just buying because I think I'm out, which is how I used to shop.
It's just been really life-changing for us to be able to see everything. Opening up the pantry, you know, it's funny because in my last place, I just kind of kept everything in my head, and every time I made an episode, I would have to go out and buy something unless I knew that I already had it. But here I open it up and I can go shopping in my own pantry because I can see everything.
Yeah, and it all makes sense, right?
Yes.
For the service piece of it, yes, $10,000 is a lot of money for 3 days, but when you saw how many people were actually working on the house, I felt like I was getting a deal. There were 10 other people working on our home, including a designer that went in to really make our space look designed. Like if you saw our kitchen shelves, they put thought into it and they made it look cute. And also my favorite part was the bookshelves.
Yeah, I appreciate that the bookshelf now just looks really designed, and there's actually a theme that went into it. We noticed, we were just looking at that the other day, and everything is related to the camera because that's kind of what we do.
Yeah,
so
I love it.
Yeah,
Well, and
those little details.
and that's like what we do, right? Like there's a lot of people out there, and at the end of everything, it's like, well, we want to be a one-stop shop. Like we don't want you to have to think about anything. And it's like, we have a designer on our team. We have this, we have that. It's like, we just need to be let in the door, and then we can manage it all. And then you can show up and enjoy it, you know, forever. So yeah, this is one of our special things that we do too.
Also, they had to deal with the volume of stuff that we had. I have a prop closet. I have a lot more kitchen items than the average person. So it would explain why it was a lot more expensive for us. But as Jen discussed, each home is customized, so it's not always gonna cost that much for someone with a smaller home. If you have a larger home, yeah, maybe, probably more, I'm not sure. For what we had, I thought it was fair, especially since they worked really efficiently. They actually finished on time because they recruited more people to come in, all hands on deck to get everything sorted out. I was really happy about that. We came home half a day earlier than expected so that we could see the full review and just like enjoy our space early. That was really nice. But also, if you guys have heard of that saying, time is money, it was really valuable for us because we didn't have to spend the time organizing or unpacking or do any of that stuff, especially with 2 young kids. I don't know how long it would have taken me to unpack everything, probably at least more than a year. And with the book coming out, I had a lot of work commitments that we needed things just to be settled, done, and ready so that I didn't have to waste my time doing the organization. So that in itself, I feel like was also the best part of money well spent.
For you guys.
No, I can't.
I have all the labels I ever need. Are you kidding me?
Are you serious? Oh my god, I'm gonna like cry. I'm really gonna cry.
Guys, I don't want you to leave because I'm scared.
We're not far, so whenever you need.
This is amazing. This is like truly, truly amazing. I can't believe we live here though.
So beautiful.
Thanks, you guys.
Thank you so much for having us. It was such a dream.
We joke, I'm a terrible businesswoman. Like, I don't want you to call us back. Like, I really want it to be a one-time investment where you have it, you live it, and you just stay in it. So basically all you have to do is put things back where they belong. What we do is so much bigger than organizing. It's, you know, but at the end of the day, every day, I'm so fulfilled by being able to give that to you because it's we're experts in the field of not everyone's supposed to know where everything should go. It's like we didn't take classes on this growing up. We should have.
So let me know what you think about professional home organization. Would you guys try it? And do you think it was money well spent? Let me know in the comment section below. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel for more home reveal videos coming up in the next few days. And a special thanks to Life in General for organizing my life. I would not be able to start working again if it weren't for you guys. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.